You've been checking tire pressure wrong your whole life, and it's costing you money, destroying your tires, and making your car handle worse than it should. I know what you're thinking. I set them to 32 PS. Just like the sticker on my door says. What's wrong with that? The problem isn't the number. The problem is that you probably never actually check them, and that changes everything. Let me tell you what I discovered after destroying a brand new set of Michelin Defender all-season tires in just 18,000 miles. I bought this premium set, rated for 60,000 miles, with a UTQG treadwear rating of 820. I rotated them every 5,000 miles. I checked them monthly and kept them exactly at 32 pounds per square inch, just like the door sticker said. Or, at least, that's what I told myself. At 18,000 miles, the outer edges were completely bald. The centers still had decent tread, but the edges had reached the wear bars. The technician asked me, "What pressure are you running?" I said, 32 pounds per square inch. He shook his head. "There's your problem." Turns out my monthly checks were sometimes every 2 or 3 months. And tires lose between 1 to 2 pounds per square inch per month, just from normal air permeability through the rubber. That's documented by NHTSA. By the time I finally checked them, they were already down to 26 or 27 pounds per square inch, and I had no idea. I thought I was doing everything right. I wasn't. And there are millions of drivers in the exact same situation right now. Here's what nobody tells you about that number on your door sticker. That sticker is actually correct. The manufacturer calculated it specifically for your vehicle, balancing uniform tire wear, fuel economy, handling, and safety all at once. It's not some arbitrary minimum. It's the pressure at which your tire was engineered to perform. The engineers who designed your car spent considerable time dialing in that number, and they weren't guessing. The real problem is that most people never actually maintain that pressure. NHTSA studies revealed that more than a quarter of all passenger cars on the road have at least one tire that's 8 PSI or more below the manufacturer's recommendation. 1 out of every 4 cars. There's a real chance your car is one of them right now, as you're watching this video. Think about that. Your tire could be sitting 8 PSI below where it should be, and you'd have no idea, because it doesn't look flat. That's the dangerous part. Underinflation is invisible until it's already done damage. When your tire is significantly underinflated, the sidewalls flex too much with every rotation. The center of the tread lifts slightly off the road surface, and all the weight of the car concentrates on the outer edges. The result is exactly what happened to my tires. Accelerated wear on the edges, while the center stays relatively intact. You end up throwing away 40,000 miles of usable tread because you were running 6 PSI low for 6 months. Now let's talk about fuel economy, because this actually matters more than most people realize. The US Department of Energy has the real numbers from Oak Ridge National Laboratory studies. Keeping your tires properly inflated can improve your fuel economy by 0.6% on average and up to 3% in the best cases. For every 1 PSI you drop below the recommended pressure across all 4 tires, you lose approximately 0.2% in fuel efficiency. That might not sound like much, but do the math. If you haven't checked your tires in 6 months, and each tire is sitting 6 PSI below where it should be, you're burning roughly 1.2% more fuel than necessary. Every single mile, every single tank. Over 15,000 miles a year at current gas prices. That's quietly draining $50 to $100 straight out of your wallet, with absolutely nothing to show for it. And on top of that, you're also accelerating tire wear, which means replacing a $600 to $800 set of tires earlier than you should. The combination of wasted fuel and shortened tire life is where the real financial damage happens. Now here's where it gets important, and where a lot of online content gets it completely wrong. On braking distance, the science is clear, but it's also more nuanced than most people explain. Properly inflated tires have better braking performance than underinflated tires, especially on wet surfaces. This is well documented. NHTSA testing and Goodyear Tire Company research both confirm that on wet roads, an underinflated tire has less load per unit area and worse adhesion limits, meaning your stopping distance increases precisely when you need it to be shortest. In an emergency stop on a rainy highway, the difference between proper inflation and 8 PSI low could mean the difference between stopping in time and rear-ending someone. But here is what many YouTube videos conveniently leave out. Overinflating is also dangerous. An overinflated tire has less contact area with the road. That reduced footprint can increase stopping distance, particularly in corners and on slippery surfaces. It reduces the tire's ability to absorb road imperfections, leading to a harsher, less controlled ride, and pushing beyond the maximum pressure stamped on the sidewall creates real blowout risk, especially as tires heat up during highway driving. The answer is not more pressure. The answer is the right pressure, the number on your door sticker. So what should you actually do? Step 1. Find the sticker on your driver's side door frame. That's your real target number, calculated by the people who built your car, not the maximum on the sidewall. The door sticker. Step 2. Always check tire pressure when tires are cold, before driving, or after at least 3 hours of being parked. Driving heats the air inside the tire, which temporarily increases pressure. A warm reading will be higher than reality and will give you a false sense of security. Step 3. Check them once a month. Not when they look low, not when the warning light comes on. Once a month, no exceptions. Set a calendar reminder if you have to. This single habit is what separates people who get 60,000 miles out of their tires from people who get 30,000 miles. Step 4. Get a decent digital gauge. The pencil-style gauges at gas stations are notoriously inconsistent. A quality digital gauge costs less than $15 and gives you an accurate reading every time. It pays for itself the first time it saves you from running low without knowing. Step 5. In fall and winter, check more frequently. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit drop in temperature, your tires lose approximately 1 PSI. It's completely normal for your TPMS light to come on in early winter, not because you have a leak, but because the cold air contracted. Top them up and monitor more closely through the season. A quick note about nitrogen tire inflation. Some shops offer this service claiming it maintains pressure longer. While nitrogen molecules are slightly larger than oxygen and may leak more slowly, the difference is minimal for regular passenger cars. Do not let nitrogen inflation become an excuse to check less frequently. Speaking of the TPMS, your car's tire pressure monitoring system, there's something critical you need to understand about it. The TPMS is not a maintenance tool, it's an emergency alarm. Under federal regulations, the TPMS is required to trigger when pressure drops approximately 25% below the recommended level. If your door sticker says 32 PSI, your warning light won't come on until you're down around 24 PSI. By that point, you've been driving on severely underinflated tires for weeks, potentially months, without any warning. The wear is already done. The damage is already happening. The TPMS is genuinely valuable. It can alert you to a slow leak before it becomes a blowout on the highway. It has saved lives, but it was never designed to replace monthly manual checks. Think of it the way you'd think of a smoke alarm. You're glad it's there, but you don't wait for it to go off before you check that the stove is off. Use the TPMS as your emergency backup. Use a gauge as your regular maintenance tool. One more thing that doesn't get enough attention: different vehicles have genuinely different requirements. A compact sedan running P225/65R17 tires, a full-size SUV, a minivan, and a sports car all have different optimal pressures because they have different weights, different tire sizes, and different suspension setups designed around specific inflation levels. That's why blanket advice like inflate everything to 40 PSI is not just unhelpful. It can actually cause uneven wear, stiffer handling, and reduced traction depending on your specific vehicle. Your owner's manual and your door sticker exist precisely because your car is specific. Use those resources. If you've ever changed your tire size from the factory spec, check the new tire's load rating and recalculate accordingly. Or ask your tire shop to verify the right pressure for your new setup. And while you're at it, make sure your wheel alignment is correct. Even perfect tire pressure can't overcome alignment issues that cause uneven wear. The real takeaway here isn't that the door sticker is wrong. The real takeaway is that almost nobody actually maintains the pressure the door sticker recommends. The number is right. The habit is what's missing. Fix it today. Check your tires before you do anything else tomorrow morning. Put them at the number on your door sticker. Do it every month. That one habit, costing you 5 minutes and $0, can extend your tire life by thousands of miles, quietly improve your fuel economy, and keep you safer on wet roads when it actually counts. If this video just saved you from burning through an expensive set of tires too early, hit that button. Subscribe for more real information about your car. No exaggerations, no invented formulas, just what the data actually says.